John Taylor Gatto, this is a quick video to express my thanks to you. I'm sure you heard this many times, but you did change my life. Quick capsule history here. So early on in the course of public schooling, which was happened largely in the Chicago area, but I also finished my public schooling in Salt Lake City, Utah. Early on in that process, I took some kind of standardized test, which was trying to shunt children into their appropriate categories, and I was shunted into the genius category by that test. That had positive effects but mostly negative effects, because most of my young upbringing was characterized by this insistence and pressure that there was something wrong with me, that I was not living up to my genius, and if only I would, then the world would be a better place and we would all be happy again. And I didn't really understand, and I had never been effectively taught how to concentrate and how to work, which is what really needed to happen in order for me to impress them with my astonishing talents. And this was a lifelong of push and pull where, yes, I do have sort of greater abilities than the average bear in some ways, lower abilities in other ways, but what it did was it created a sort of constant state of inner tension and anxiety and a deep perception that there was something wrong with me. Later in life, I was working on a farm, and there was a teacher there who put one of your books in my hands. I think it was either Dumbing Us Down or An Underground History of American Education, and it was literally like the scales falling from my eyes. I've also spent a lot of time in Buddhist practice and study, and it is one of the short list of times in my life that it was literally like an enlightenment experience. And that enlightenment experience was characterized by a tremendous sense of relief, a tremendous sense of vindication, and a tremendous growth in self-confidence, that it was not me. It was not me all those years struggling to fit my square peg into the round hole that was offered. It was not my fault that didn't work out. It was actually the system that was extremely predatory and pernicious and trying to force me to be something which was not correct for me. And this led to a strong self-confidence, a much stronger self-confidence than I ever had before, that basically said something was protecting you, some deeper part of yourself or guardian angels or something, but something was protecting you through all these situations. I flash on a memory of some in fourth grade of some project or some homework or something that I was supposed to have done, and the teacher calling me up to the front of the class and really trying to shame me because I had once again failed to do what I was supposed to do. And of course I felt bad. And how old are you in fourth grade? Like 9 or 10 years old? She was bringing her full powers of shame down on me. And yet also there was something inside me that was saying, no, this isn't that big a deal. Don't worry about it. It's going to get better. Don't worry. This isn't true. And your books, and finally outlining that this system is not designed to help children. It's not designed to uplift children. It's not designed to be workable. It's designed to fail. It's designed to turn people into drones that march in line and do what they are told to do when they are told to do it, and who don't think independently, and who don't question what's going on, and who don't think about larger pictures, but are constantly focused on the narrow advantage, in front of them right now, whether or not they can prevail over some, truly minor obstacle in their path, which has been placed there deliberately. So when I saw this and heard this, it definitely took a kind of set of chains off of my heart and off of my mind. And for that, and for the enormous courage you have shown over the years, in being a guiding light. It's a now that I'm getting more and more into spiritual practice and even teaching, this idea of, leading with non-authoritarian leading, that there is a system, there is a way to lead people in which they want to come along and partake in what you have to share, that doesn't involve saying obey me or else. That, this is a profound gift, and it comes from somewhere deep within your heart, somewhere deep within all of our hearts, to see it and appreciate it when it happens. And when David Rodriguez brought up the opportunity to say these things, both to you and hopefully to the world, had to jump on it. So I thank you again, Mr. Gatto, from the bottom of my heart, for what you have taught me.